How you doing? I'm Mark Lamp. Welcome back. We're going to be talking about rock and roll today, the beginnings of rock and roll and how blues turned into rock and roll. We're going to be talking about rock and roll today, the beginnings of rock and roll and how blues turned into rock and roll. Basically, blues, the shuffles in blues started off on the rock and roll. It started before that a little bit with Fats Domino and some big bands, a lot of ragtime as well. But that started to evolve into rock and roll. For example, a nice little blues speed it up a little bit, and you got pretty much 1,000 different rock and roll songs like that, all in different positions. So the blues shuffle and some swing and ragtime and a little bit of big band started moving in and started creating a new sound that was called rock and roll. Some of the innovators of rock and roll were Fats Domino, Jerry Lee Lewis, Little Richard, of course, and I think the one who invented rock and roll, at least the true feeling of rock and roll, would be Chuck Berry. And then there was the man who snuck into the churches, the black churches, listening to gospel music, and into the back of the bars listening to the blues players, and his name was Elvis Presley, and he brought rock and roll right to the forefront. So when we're talking about rock and roll, we're talking about a style of guitar playing that originated from the blues and from the different styles of jazz, swing, and ragtime. When we're talking about how it evolved in the guitar, we're talking about basically speeding it up a little bit, creating a solid backbeat, and some fancier guitar playing. Hopefully, this has been a good lesson on history of rock and roll. I have some links that I'd like to share with you. So if you look on my blog, you're going to be able to see some links and some lessons and a couple guitar players that I really think are really exemplify rock and roll, or early rock and roll playing. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.